Welcome to Doing Learning, everybody.
Thanks, Daniel.
Week 52, right, McKyler?
Ooh, one for every week of the year.
There
baby.
we go. We finally did it.
Now you could have a streak. Not every day, but every week. That's pretty good.
Yeah, there we go. For those of you who are starting today, pause right there. Go to episode one.
In a year, we'll see you back.
There you go. You know, most I've heard some podcasts. They like, if you haven't heard from the beginning, go back to episode one. We'll wait for you here. I'm sorry, we're not. We're just going to keep going.
Do they
forward.
actually wait?
No.
What do you mean? What
I don't
is
know.
that? That's just a thing.
That's
that
just a
sounds
thing,
really
like-
good.
like-
Like, oh, they did because now I'm here.
Yeah.
Because this always feels live, I guess, when you listen to it.
Yeah,
So
but we can say that, but we're not. We're gonna
we'll
keep.
see you. We're gonna just sit here for a year until you get back, guys.
And then you let us know that you're up to 52.
That's right.
And then we'll start.
And then us and the rest of the folks who've been around for a bit, then we can finally continue again. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm going to need a more comfy chair.
I always thought that was funny. I'm like, no,
it
you
sounds
won't.
nice. It's endearing, but it's okay.
I know that we always end with saying like, do your own research, but I want to preface with it.
We're starting with it? Okay.
Only because here's the thing. I feel underwhelmingly unprepared for this episode.
We say this to each other every episode, though, off mic right before.
Yeah. But the only reason I feel this way about this, I think it's partly true because that's just how we think, right? That we may be underprepared.
Imposter syndrome a little bit.
Yeah. But I also think that there's just so much information that there's just like, I pulled on a thread and I'm like, oh, that thread is good for the story, the main story, right?
Uh-huh.
And then I'm just like, okay. And then I would get to a roadblock and then I'd be like, oh, this is a good like part of the story. And I'm like, oh, but if I keep doing that, pulling at strings, I'm never going to get to the actual story.
Okay.
I know it sounds weird.
This makes no sense without any of the context.
It doesn't.
But I feel you empathetically.
Okay. Yeah. It's just.
So we're starting with telling the folks to go do their own research.
Do your own research about this topic. Like truly, if you are interested, do your research because there's so much history that I truly do not have enough time to go over.
We're just going to miss a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just
which is true for all episodes, I would say.
Yeah.
But interesting that you preface that. I can't wait to hear what you have to say.
Just,
it makes me nervous.
Nah,
you always make me nervous, though, Daniel. I'm not going to
lie. We are going to go back to the year of 1876.
1876.
Oh, not that long ago.
Okay, so it's back 100 years from the last episode you did.
Oh, look at that. Yes. Yeah. There you go.
Is that on purpose? Or?
It actually is not. Because we will be going back further.
1776.
Then
and then it goes to follow maybe 1676.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
There's a theme. There's a 76 theme going on here.
Okay. 1876. Okay.
1876. Anything significant come to mind?
Where am I?
That's a very good question. You're south of the border, my friend.
I'm in El Mexico, the homeland.
Mexico, the homeland.
I'm okay. Mexican history buff over here. 1876. This would have. Let's see. Lincoln was. Holy guac. He was like the 16th president. So earlier. Okay, so it's not like the Mexican-American War, right? That would have been earlier. Because that was like Zachary Taylor.
Zachary Taylor.
The president of the United States, Zachary Taylor. I think he was the 11th.
Oh, wow.
President.
That's so foreign. That doesn't seem like a presidential name to me.
No, it doesn't, right? Zachary. President Zachary. I have no idea, Daniel.
It was the start of the rule of the Porfirio.
Yeah, I knew that. I just was.
Oh my God. The word is so tiny. I said that. Yes. Anyways. So it was a.
I don't know what you said. Porto something.
Portifritato. Oh my gosh. I'm going to get butchered because I can't speak Spanish.
Get them, everyone.
Anyway, this was
what is that? Yeah, what is it?
Start of the era of the authoritarian rule.
Okay.
Of Mr. Porfirio Díaz.
Wow, that's a heck of a first name.
Yeah. So this whole era was named after him because he just ruled.
Jeez. Okay. Can we just call him Diaz?
Yeah.
I think we could do that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how I will refer to him.
This is taking me to a place in history where I don't know anything.
See, and here's the thing, man, it was very, very cool to explore something I knew I should know about.
Sure. At
least in the like over broad view, right?
You've maybe heard of it.
Yeah.
Would be a good place to start.
But I had no idea. And the crazier thing, before we even dive into this thing, I was looking, like when I was researching, I found a lot of YouTube videos and, historians, and I wanted to get it kind of as close as I could to the horse's mouth, right?
Sure. Yeah.
So
primary sources.
I heard a lot of YouTube videos in Spanish.
Oh yeah.
And oh my gosh, it really tested my knowledge of words because
dude, vocabulary is hard.
You're not only learning history, you're learning political history.
Yes.
And like militaristic history.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just like, I need to look up that word, or I need to look up that word. I need to translate this.
To be fair, yeah, I do that in my primary language still, just because like politics is its own language and history is kind of has its own thing going on too.
Yeah.
So you mix all that together and it
gets pretty tough.
That's tough to hang.
Luckily, there's a lot of also historians from, the US
sure,
that were heavily involved in this because of the region that they like either went to school, like maybe a border state, or they just really wanted to focus on that era of like US history, which coincidentally falls into Mexican history, all the wars and battles that happened there. So there's a big pool. That's what I'm saying. Like there's so much information from both sides.
Okay. Yeah.
It's just like,
this is fun. Yeah. And I've ended up in the Espanol Lotto Day YouTube.
Yeah.
And it's like a different world.
Yes.
I don't know what exactly, it just feels like a different place. Like, I don't know, like even if you've like, when you travel and you get on Netflix and it's like all different, it's just like, just everything is different.
Yeah.
Like even the style, it just feels like you're in a different community.
For sure.
It's kind of
fun. So let's dive into Mr. Diaz.
Mr. Diaz, Senor,
a president. Some say president. I'm doing that in air quotes, because I have to say president because yes, he was elected in.
Sure.
But then his presidency, he ruled for over 3 decades.
Yeah. Yeah. And sometimes, elected is a bit of a term. With some pretty big finger quotes around it.
Exactly. So he was the president of Mexico. And he's an interesting character in himself, because it depends on who you talk to and what people view him as, so there's always the two sides of a coin kind of thing.
Yep.
There are the people that really, really like him, that see him in a good light because he was doing stuff like he was bettering his country. He was at the time before he became like actually took over presidency, there was maybe I believe I read 2 major railroads.
Okay, sure. At that time, a very good way to measure your society, the advancement is technological progress. Sure.
And he wanted to really bring Mexico into the modern era. He felt like Mexico itself was falling behind other nations,
especially being neighbors to the United States. And at that time was like on the cusp of, I mean, we're post Civil War now. So we're just like,
exactly. So you have a very clear comparative country to yours. So he wanted to be like, we need more railroads. we need to more exports. We need to, bring all this influx of money into Mexico. So he started doing that. He started building more railroads, and building infrastructure for just businesses, right? Oil, all this stuff, everything that an economy needs to boom and actually
establishing relationships with other countries for trade. Yep. Okay. He sounds like a hero so far, Daniel. Yeah. I don't know.
He sounds like a great guy. I mean, like,
and when you start with like president in air quotes for 30 years, I'm expecting the bad.
Yeah.
So I understand you can get progress done and still be a bad person.
Yeah.
Like that's a nuanced place of history. So take me there.
The other side of this coin, though.
Yes.
How was he able to accomplish this?
Yep.
And it may not all be all bad, but he did so by letting foreign parties be investors in the trades or builds and stuff like that.
Really directly involved
and having monopolies on resources.
Okay, buckle up, everybody.
And not letting the people, the commoners, have any say in it.
President.
And their lands being stripped from them for the betterment of the country.
Yeah. President.
So,
although I suppose being an American, it's pretty easy as an American to see president equals democracy.
Yeah.
And I don't know that if anywhere that's ever explicitly true. Like, I don't know. Like, what is the definition of president? Does that mean it's a democracy, right? Because Putin says he's a president too. Like, he's President Putin.
Right.
So it's just like, okay, where are we going? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're going to get some stuff done, but some people are going to get stepped on.
Yeah. And because of this, there were so many investors and powerhouses coming in and yes, of course, improving things.
Sure.
The people that actually live here, they feared that there was going to be a foreign takeover and soon it was not going to be Mexico anymore. Like the powers that were actually controlling this were not the powers of Mexico. It was foreigners. So what were the, besides the railroads and stuff, what was a major thing going on, right? What were the people really looking at that they didn't like? So we're going to look at the bad side of the coin, right?
Okay.
Because I think it's really easy to like see the good, right? You're seeing a flourishing country because they did produce money. They did make a lot more, like in every sense of progression. If you look at the history of Mexico during this time, they were going up. They were. But I don't know if you've ever seen novelas.
Like telenovelas?
Yes. Yeah. There's usually
Telemundo,
like that,
dude. Yes.
There's usually that guy like riding a horse, and where's he taking? Yeah. He's taking the horse into an hacienda, and he's just like gets off, and then he starts working and blah blah blah, and then the girl in the house is like, oh my gosh, like right
from her balcony window.
Exactly.
Oh, dude, we should make a telenovela.
That's like,
what are we doing?
That's a typical like telenovela, right?
Yeah.
Like you can picture it in your mind, like the guy just working out in the field, sweating with his shirt off.
Man.
It's just like. And to me, that was all like the haciendas word. I was like, oh, it's somebody's working. That's their job. Then these people, like are providing like a house for them. And
okay. Yep.
Digging deeper, it's not.
I feel like we're really on the cusp. In your face, I see it in your face. We're about to tie hacienda to. That's for you, Daniel. To plantation.
It was directly. It's a plantation.
Yeah.
It translates to plantation.
Yeah.
So these people basically were like, oh, look, there's good land. The president was like, yeah, go. That's your land. So
yes, company, that's your land.
They would fence off that land. And then the people that used to. So here's the thing. I know I'm jumping around a little bit, but this land, like the public land, it was public land before farmers villagers, everything. They would get their cattle and they would feed on these lands. They would go cultivate the land and make, their harvest.
So this is a true common.
Yeah. So these lands are open to the public, to the people, and that's how they survived.
Okay.
That's how they survived.
Okay. No, that's fine.
When the president came and gave the authority to these investors.
Yeah.
These investors like, okay, cool. These are good lands. We don't want anybody on them except for us.
Yeah.
So they fenced them off. And they're like, if you want some of this land, you will work for us.
And there's where you live.
And that's where you live.
Yep.
So.
And at that point, it's probably closer to, if it's not outright slavery, it's probably close to indentured servitude.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's no, you can choose something else. It's not going to be pretty for you.
Yeah. People, they did protest this. They 100% tried to protest the hacendados. I said that so with an accent. Those hacendados, coming in and putting their haciendas. They even called lawyers, calling for injustice, encroachment on their lands. Yeah.
Avocados.
But
wow.
They.
What's a lawyer? Yeah, what is a lawyer going to do in that situation?
Some even sought out the help directly to the president, to Diaz.
Sure.
They're like, hey, we need your help. Like, these guys are just coming in.
Why would he help them?
And he would be like, let me look into it. Let me look into it. You're right. Let me look into it. But the hacendados are making him money.
I was going to say, yeah. It was his idea.
Yeah. So,
I got you, constituency. Exactly. I'll look into it for you. I did not find any problems with it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
There was a story of a lawyer that actually went up to Diaz to try to actually put this is wrong kind of thing, like a big lawyer. Yeah, he was imprisoned, flogged,
got disappeared.
And got disappeared.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we don't know what happened. So,
okay.
I mean,
this is what I expect from a president of 30 years.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So he's like I said, Mexico is, they are getting profitable. They are advancing, but the lower class is suffering all the way through.
Oh, totally.
There's the upper class. They're fine. They're doing, they're chilling because they don't have to suffer all this stuff. It is said.
I like this better when it was just a telenovela in our imaginations.
I don't. Yeah, it really screwed with me when I was like, oh, the telenovelas, all people are just, that's their job.
He's like brushing a horse.
Exactly.
I'm still thinking about it.
Yeah, because it's quintessential, to like.
He hand feeds it.
So,
I want to watch one now. I want to. You said the wrong thing.
I said the wrong thing. Telenovelas, Telemundo. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
No, you're good. What was the last thing I let off with?
Honestly, don't.
It doesn't matter.
Him petting the horse. Sorry.
I think, but you were dead on.
The lawyer getting disappeared.
Right. But you hit the nail on the head. Because most of these people, once this happened, right, the people became generation. Oh my gosh, how do you say it?
Generational.
Yes.
Generationally.
Yes. Indebted, because they're like,
yep.
You come work. You owe us this much for this. Blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
You can work it off. Obviously,
except you can't.
Yeah. So.
Yep. Indentured servitude.
That's exactly what it is.
Tale as old as time.
It is said that during this time, I think, if I can remember my numbers correctly, 75% of the land, or 75 to 85% of the land, was owned by 17 different families.
Whoa.
Of entirety of Mexico.
Wow.
Not just a region, like the entirety of Mexico.
Wow.
So
And those families more or less translate to companies.
Yeah, just big, like
conglomerates.
investors. Investors come in and be like, "Hey, you're a wealthy family. We're gonna let's do this.
Yep,
let's go."
Wow, 17. Wow, because Mexico's not small.
No, and that blew my mind. I was just like, "What?" There's this one small region where they because some people try to paint it less. No, they didn't take over that much. Like in this area, they only took away. They only own 30% of this entire area.
Okay.
And then you're like, okay, 30%, that's not bad. The locals still have 70% of the area. And then you look at the area, only 30% of it is actually hospitable.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask is like what is actually arable, farmable?
Yeah.
Because the middle bit's mountains.
Yeah.
And they're like not kidding mountains. Like they're legit.
Yeah, I was surprised.
They're the Rockies. They're the Rockies.
Yeah, I was surprised when I went down there for my honeymoon that I was like, what elevation are we at? And we're like literally maybe 50 to 70 feet different.
Yeah.
From here.
Yeah, it's very similar.
So like, oh, wow.
That is where, sorry, this is my little factoid to add. That's where dahlias come from. You know the flowers dahlia?
Yeah.
That's where they come from.
That's awesome.
The highlands of Mexico.
Dahlias are so sick.
They're the best.
Yeah.
They're my favorite. So
which dahlia is your favorite?
The weirder they are, the better for me. Dahlias come in all kinds of flavors, but like the puffball ones are pretty nice. They're pretty nice, Daniel. So that's my contribution to tonight.
So we're gonna kind of move forward in time a little bit.
Because I'm sure this lasts for a while.
Yeah, there's
a buildup of probably a couple really aggressive years,
right?
And then it's probably like that for a good decade or two or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. That's all it is, right?
Enough to make it generational.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Then there is this. This is, I think, funny. Like, there comes a time where the president of Mexico is doing like a fluff piece for a reporter for the U.S.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
This is like
got to get that image up,
right? You have to do that, and he is old by this time. Like it's kind of towards the back end of his reign. Like he's done all this stuff. We don't need to like go in and dive in everything that he did.
Okay.
So there's a lot, because this is, you'll understand a little bit more as we continue, where I'm going with this. He basically is doing this fluff piece just for the American people.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah. This is not for his people.
It's not for the Mexicans. Nope. It's not for the ones down there. They're not supposed to hear this. But he says, no matter what my friends and supporters say, I retire when my present term of office ends, and I shall not serve again. I shall be an 80-year-old man by then.
Okay.
So he is telling him like, no, I'm not a dictator.
Yeah, that sounds like something a dictator would say.
He's like, I was here. Like, if you read, like, it's such a long thing to read, but that quote was like the bet, like basically what it was. But he was saying like, I saw my country the way it was. I ran it the best I could. And now it's time for me to let go of my reins and bring in the next person. Like, I feel like my time has ended, that I've done everything that I can for my country. So now it's the next generation's turn. Okay. So,
that 80s, that's pretty old. Yeah. To run a country.
Right.
Like, you go do your thing at 80, but running a country, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This kind of backfired, and his people heard about it.
They're like, what the heck?
Like, he's not running? Oh my gosh. Like,
parades.
Like people are like, what do we do? Like, hey, who's running?
You got to mobilize.
Like you got to, hey, who do we got?
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah.
Who's going to come in? Like, we got to get somebody in there now.
That's right.
So it came up to this guy named Madero. He runs for president because he's like a kind of he's a known person, like a kind of a big name person.
Yeah.
And he's just like, I'm going to run for presidency.
Yes. Someone always comes out of the fold.
Yeah, exactly. And
does he have a crazy first name?
Madero?
Yeah.
I'm sure he
Enrique.
does. I just put his last name.
That's okay.
Because he won by a landslide.
Oh. Well, if it was a vote.
Yeah. No.
I wonder why.
He won by a landslide. But Diaz
Still won. Yeah, of course he did. Crazy how that happens.
So yeah, he still ends up winning. So it's just like there is,
and he throws his hands up and goes, "Well, it's what the people wanted.
Yeah, it's what the vote said. I'm sorry. What am I supposed to do? The people are not ready for me to exit.
Guess I'm coming back to office."
And people were getting tired of it, you know.
Sure.
People were not happy with what was going on.
Yeah.
The reign of basically terrorists, right, on its like domestic land. They were not happy.
He's not one for the people.
Yeah.
He's one for the dollar bills.
And what happens when people are tired of basically like a monarchy, a dictator? What instills in the people?
As the French once said, off with their heads.
Off with.
Actually, I don't know who said that in French land. It could have been the royalty. It could have been the revolutionaries. But we're going to rise up.
We're going to rise up.
That's right.
And the answer came in the forms of two people.
Okay.
Two people that rose above the rest to answer the call. To end this.
I don't know why this is making me nervous. The look in your face says, I'm about to disappoint you.
No. And you know these names. I'm sure you know these names. The two men that worked together but separately.
Okay.
To end this era of terror. Emiliano Zapata and Pancho Villa.
Okay. Yes.
We're going to the revolutionary, baby.
Yes. Wow. Okay. Yeah. No, it's like, yeah, it's all coming. I don't know. Yeah. Pancho Villa, legendary character. Mm-hmm. Can't remember a dang thing.
No. And I mean, like,
he sounds like a fake guy.
In many ways, he is.
It's like, he sounds like, Pancho Villa sounds like some guy that would come up in like a Zorro movie.
Yes.
Although Zorro was actually in Mexico, wasn't it?
Yes.
Maybe that's where was Pancho Villa in Zorro?
I don't know if he was or wasn't.
Just to me, it just sounds like something that they would say like off screen. Doesn't happen in the movie. Yeah. Pancho Villa is doing a thing over here.
Yeah. I wouldn't doubt it.
I gotta look it up to see if like that's my memory.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly wouldn't doubt it. While you look that up though, the story of these two men, crazy. But I don't think I would have done it justice. Because, you know, I told you, like...
I'm so sorry. What I just read so funny.
Go for it.
The answer to the question, Pancho Villa, Zorro, no. However, they were both portrayed by Antonio Banderas in different projects.
That's awesome.
So...
Maybe that's the connection.
He played Zorro in The Mask of Zorro and Legend of Zorro, and then he played Pancho Villa in the HBO film, quote, and starring Pancho Villa as himself. So there's no way. I've never heard of half of those things. Anyway.
Yeah.
To me, I'm thinking Zorro. This is where I'm at.
Yeah, exactly. We are going for the Banditos. Like
yes. Yeah. Like this is like the Mexican Robin Hood.
Yes.
To me.
Yes,
yeah.
Exactly.
Is that what Zorro is? Sort of.
Basically.
Kinda,
right. Yeah. But I don't think it does any justice to like, we've painted a very bad picture of who Diaz is.
Sure. I think he painted it himself.
No, that's true. No, yes, you're right. And the more I dove into what Emiliano, Zapata, and Pancho Villa did,
Yeah.
I was very curious. How does a man become this way? How does
Diaz or the other?
Diaz.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
Like, what causes a man
That is a heck of a question, Daniel.
what causes a man to just fall into this, where two very, very historic figures rise up against him?
Yeah.
So,
okay, this is fun.
Before we get to Emiliano and Pancho, I want to kind of dive a little deeper on how Diaz came to power.
Okay.
A little bit.
Because we skipped right into him.
Right.
Just he's president.
He's president, right? So it's like a flashback on what his life was.
Oh, we're having a flashback? This is fun.
So he was born in 1830 in Oaxaca, Mexico.
Uh-huh.
He was, right off the bat, I'm just going to tell you, he was born in a very, very unstable time in Mexico's history.
Sure.
Super unstable.
Okay.
I mean, you're talking about the French still coming in.
Yeah, there's colonialism that's kind of lingering.
Yeah, it's still happening. You're still seeing fights happening. There's no actual stable government. There's nothing. Like, he's growing up in Mexico when basically it's still not like quote unquote Mexico. You know,
sure. This is old Mexico.
Yes.
Yeah.
So to put it in perspective, he was born in 30, like I said, 1830, from 1828 to 1857. So basically what, I'm trying to do math, 30 years.
Oh yeah. 29, 30. Yeah.
Years. So he would be like his whole like childhood to adulthood.
Sure.
The presidency exchanged hands 50 times.
Oh, what's the point?
So, I mean,
wow.
you split that up. That's literally one every 6 months.
Oh my gosh. That's wow. Yeah. Yeah, it is.
So now put yourself in Diaz's shoes. You're a young boy who you're struggling. Like, he came from a poor family.
Yeah.
And you are just trying to grow up in your country. And then there's no, like, if there's a change, that change is changing 6 months later. If there's,
man, snip, snap,
exactly.
For 30 years.
There's nothing that sticks. There's some people, I mean, I'm not going to say there was 50 presidents at that time, but it was like fight of power, you know?
Yeah.
It's just like, I'm going to be president, and then they get taken over. And then the next one's like, no, I'm going to back into president. So it was just like a snip, snap of leadership, which it does no good for a country. Like
you can't establish anything.
Yeah. So like,
and it's the people that suffer.
Exactly. So he was growing up watching this, his family suffered. His dad died when he was, I believe, 8.
Uh-huh.
So he just like, I have to take care of the family now.
Yep.
And
he became the man of the house.
So he is like growing up in this tough time.
Yeah.
So we got to give him, I guess, a little grace on that, because he did grow up in a tough time.
Sure.
But he quickly started establishing himself and trying to be better. He did join the military, and he actually got pretty high up in the military. And I'm pretty sure, I mean, I definitely have heard of this battle, never really researched it. This is another thing that it's too much.
Daniel didn't do it, everybody. Chill out.
But everybody knows about it. Everybody knows about it. The Battle of Puebla. Do you know about it?
No.
You should.
Alamo?
No. I can tell you right now.
This is disappointing.
Every frat house out there, every co-worker that you ever had, every American citizen celebrates the Battle of Puebla.
Oh, Cinco de Mayo?
Cinco de Mayo.
Okay. Mexican Independence Day. Quote. That's kind of what they
say. Yeah, I was like, quote.
Like, no, it's not.
It's not,
also,
but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
so
that's
Diaz
right.
was technically second in command of the whole army by this point, 32 years old. And he single-handedly gathered up a cavalry of men, and he charged against the French army.
Okay, so this is Mexico against France.
Yeah.
Okay.
This
is fun. We're learning about Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah. And he was able to defeat and push back the French.
Okay.
And basically,
so he's like Jorge Washington.
Yes.
In a little way. Yeah. He sort of is to Jorge Washington and the British as he is to the French. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So by all means, people saw him as a war hero because they were struggling and they were like, oh my gosh, this guy just rose up to, like, he did his duty and just
he drove him out.
Yeah.
And at this point, even if like you don't have if your country doesn't have it together, at least they're independent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like, okay, at least our problems are our own.
Yes,
it's
exactly.
Like moving into your first apartment, not being able to afford like heat through the winter or something. You're like, it's fine. I got a coat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
I'm okay.
That's a good one. Yeah. So this adds to his heroism to the people. Like, he did it.
Oh, he's the best again.
Like, oh my gosh, he's awesome. And not only that, he got captured a couple times by the enemy, but he managed to escape, building on his like,
oh, that's just like legend
like,
stuff.
Oh my God, it's like he can't be stopped. Like, not only is he helping us.
Yes, we need to put this guy in the front because look at that. Not even the French military can keep him down.
Exactly. So this guy is primo to get, like, people love him. He has the backing of the people.
I bet he had charisma like crazy.
Oh, I'm sure he did. And
he was the guy in the telenovela.
He was just like,
oh man, you think that the stable boy guy has it going on, and then he comes in,
and you're just like,
oh man.
So by 1867, there was a presidential election.
Okay.
And he was like, you know what?
So he's 36.
Yeah. He's like, I got X, Y, Z. People love me. People do this. Like
you can't capture me.
They know who I am. I've done great things for my country.
Sure.
He's like, you know what? I'm going to throw my hat into that race. Let me try.
Okay.
He throws his hat in the ring to try to become president, and he loses to a Mr. Benito Juarez. Another big name.
I was going to say that one also sounds familiar.
Another big name in Mexican history. We're not going there. It's too much.
Daniel didn't do it. Everyone
this is
off.
Another string that I was like, ooh, maybe I can track that down to see like what his deal was. Like, why did he win presidency?
And Daniel teaches us about Mexican history for 6 hours.
Yeah, exactly. But he lost him because Benito Juarez, he is the nation's wartime leader. So he
was El Primero.
He was the numero uno.
Okay.
So makes kind of sense. Like,
if he's going to lose to anybody, it would be by the only guy above him.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So
what does he do?
Disappears him.
Diaz says, okay, you know what? I'm going to go and retire. I'm going to go do my own thing. I'm going to go farm and do my...
He's going to go pet horses.
Yeah. He's just going to go do his own thing. You know, he's like, okay, I've served my country. I've done this. I'm just going to go and rest now, kind of do my own thing.
Okay.
And then in 1871 came around and it was another election year. So they kind of do the whole 4 years, right?
Okay. So he's 41 now. So 5-year cycle?
Yeah. Or
whatever.
Yeah. Whatever.
Not everybody does what America does.
Yeah.
Everybody chill out.
And the majority of the people were like, okay, Benito, he's going to stop presidency. Like at this point, which is crazy. He himself is kind of a dictator-ish president.
Benito is?
Yeah. Because at this point, by 71, he had been the president for 15 years.
Okay.
So he also has...
Okay. So, okay. But if all of this has happened like post-war, I mean, seriously, look at Jorge. like he was president for how long as the first president? And he's like, yo, this is not what we signed up for when we started fighting. But anyway, they're not Jorge.
And so people were like, oh, he's done. Like, it's been 15 years.
Yeah, that seems plenty.
It's time for the next president. Yep. And he did not. He did not want to step down. He's like, no,
I got this.
I got this. I'm going to run again. And although Diaz, he didn't like the election previously, like he lost. He didn't really care about it. You know, he was like, okay,
sure.
I threw my name in the game.
He still has that like that high from the war kind of stuff too. He's like, okay, I'm okay.
I'm okay. I'm going to go home. When he heard about this, that Benito was not stepping down, he was like, say what? No, you need to step down.
Homie, say what?
And he's like, I'm not going to stand for this. I'm not going to like have a dictator be our president.
Okay, Diaz. And okay, buddy.
He goes around and he starts protesting and rallying the people with saying no re-elections. Like no president can be re-elected. So he's like, president should only
convenient when you're not the president.
He's like, president should only serve one term. So he goes and does this all the time. Like he's like an activist saying down with the dictator. Right. Benito ends up winning that year. And this infuriated Diaz.
So we got to wait another 5 years to the next election.
Are you serious? And he's like, no. He gathered his things, his horses and his guns, and he went out to the mountains and he formed like a rebellion gang.
All right.
So he's just like, we cannot let this happen. Like, we need to do something about this or our country is going to fail. Like, we cannot have a dictatorship. So he is trying to do the right thing for his country.
If he just remembered any of that.
And then he would bring his rebellion to try to either overthrow like a coup or something. It was very ineffective. The military very, very quickly would take care of them. Like, it was not a very effective way.
Well, and because homie is still number one from the war, like, of course, and he has the full military might of the legit military.
Exactly.
Yeah. Good luck.
But fortunately, for Diaz, unfortunately for Benito, Benito passes away of a heart attack at 72.
There you go. Yep. There you go.
And
that's convenient.
Diaz is like, okay, he passed away. What's going to happen? Like, he's kind of like still kind of like looking.
Yeah. Let's have another vote. See if Benito wins again.
Yeah. The successor of Benito actually becomes Sebastián Lerdo de Tejada.
Okay, he's not a legend.
No, not by any means.
No, I didn't ring a single bell. But I liked how you said Sebastian. That was nice.
Sebastian. One of his major contributions was he seized the hunting down of people who opposed Benito.
Oy.
So he's just like, hey, y'all had beef with Benito. We're not going to have beef with you anymore.
He's already dead.
Like,
yeah, we're all good.
Like, the military's not going to hunt you down. We're going to start anew. Like, this starts now. It starts new.
Little bygones action.
Yeah, exactly. So he buried the hatchet with anybody that was opposed with
Sebastian. Nice.
So he's like, okay, cool. Which brings Diaz back into the picture. Like, okay.
Yeah, you're no longer an enemy.
Exactly.
You're just a guy.
Yep.
Okay, Sebastian. Careful what you wish for.
So then
history's complicated. This is fun.
Exactly. There was an election year coming up, right?
76.
And Diaz was prepared to take presidency, right? He's like, oh, I'm gonna take I got this time. And then Lerdo said, no, I'm going to run again.
Oh,
I'm going to run again. I want president. I wasn't president for that long because he like kind of like took over the presidency.
Yeah, it didn't
like,
count. That wasn't one.
Kind of like the vice president, right? Like, he was like, I'm vice president, quote unquote.
Yeah, this is interim, temporary. Sure.
Diaz He didn't stand a chance. At this point, he's been a rebel. He's been sought
Right.
after.
He's still kind of on the outside.
On the outside, he doesn't have resources. He doesn't have money for campaigns.
Right.
And he doesn't have a lot of popular vote, to be honest. Not at all.
Okay.
But that didn't stop him. He was like, you know what? All I need is power and influence, right?
Okay. This is like the scene in the movie where he becomes the dictator. Like he starts dressing in all black now. You know what I mean? Like this is it. Like you cut your hair last night, right? Like
so.
Okay.
Who is a major power at this point?
In 1876?
Yeah.
Who is a major power?
That could help him. Who's nearby?
The USA.
The US of A, baby. So he goes to the USA.
Who is all about overthrowing dictators.
And he was like, hey, if you back me, if you help me win presidency,
you'll have my ear.
You'll be like he didn't straight up say like you can enter Mexico and like take over or invest for
Sure.
But he was like, but I'll remember.
Little wink action.
Exactly. So what did he get? He got money. He got power.
Stuff just started
and
showing up.
Weapons, you know?
Yeah. Who's the president in 76?
That's a good point.
I gotcha.
Yeah. So while you look that up, so he comes back to Mexico with all this money, power, weapons, army, and Lerdo sees this and he's like, never mind, I'm out.
I thought so.
You're good. You can take the presidency.
Ulysses S. Grant. So it's like, be scared. Yep. Yeah.
That's a big name. Like that's a huge name.
Yeah. Watch yourself.
So finally he got the keys to the kingdom in early 1877.
What a bold move to go ask Grant. Like the guy who, oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Keys to the kingdom.
So that is kind of like a short, condensed, like look into how Diaz came to power. Like he started out humble beginnings, wanting to.
This is such a movie. Like you can see the scenes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, I love that the deeper you dive into history, the more gray it gets.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I mean? Like who's the good guy?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. Who's the bad guy?
Yeah.
A little bit of everybody.
Here's the thing though. He did like his no re-election thing, right? Like
sure.
He once his term was done, he was like, yeah, I agree.
Okay.
No re-elections.
Okay.
He steps down after his first term.
Okay.
And the next president is voted in.
Okay.
And the next president starts running the country.
Okay. Yeah. I don't see, this doesn't add up quite yet.
He appointed the next president.
Oh, okay.
Like the president won, but it was one of his very, very close friends. And Diaz was telling him what to do. Diaz was making him pass laws that were unfavorable to the people. So much so.
Okay.
Because the people didn't know that Diaz was in this guy's ear.
Right. So, okay.
So people.
Why would he do it? Okay.
Hated this president to the point where like it was better when Diaz was president. He was a true president.
This guy, what? Oh man, what a strategic thing.
Oh yeah.
To be like, I will publicly completely lose face with everybody in this country because of whatever Diaz promised him behind the scenes.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine.
Right.
Well, he says, if you do this, that will make me the dictator. Basically, right?
Right.
Because he saw, I mean, what a tactician.
Oh, yeah.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
To be like, never again will we do that because Diaz is good and we will settle with that. And then I can't even imagine what he walked away with.
Right?
That's crazy.
So then after that presidency, he came back saying, "This is what the people want. You saw what another president did."
Poor me. I'll come back if that's what everybody needs and wants.
And then
poor Diaz, pobrecito. I mean,
and then the rest is where we're at now.
Okay, now we're caught up.
To
Zorro comes in.
Zorro.
Pancho.
Is there any preference whether you want to learn about Emiliano or Pancho first?
First?
Yeah.
No.
Let's
do Emiliano first,
okay,
because I know nothing about him.
Okay.
And Pancho is just in my head. So we'll take him later.
So what you need to know on both of these guys, just as an broad view, umbrella view, they basically were for the same things.
Okay.
In very, very different aspects.
Okay.
So, and they went about it very differently too, as well.
All right, let's have some nuance.
Emiliano was born in 1879. So he was 5 years old when Diaz's second term was going on. So he's pretty young. He was kind of in a weird spot when it came to poverty.
Okay.
So he was like in the haciendas were going around, right?
Sure.
But the weird part of the poverty was that his dad was a horse trainer, which was a very respectable thing.
Okay.
So like that's where
he's like upper lower class.
Yes, exactly. So like they made good money. Like they had one of the biggest homes in the poor section of the people, right? Still respected people. They're still people of the people, right?
They're more people than they are the upper echelon.
The hacendados. Yeah. Way more. So they
he's petting horses.
Yes.
Finally, someone's actually petting horses.
But they have which is crazy to me, very similar beginnings.
Okay.
To Diaz.
If you tell me Pancho was also petting horses,
no.
Daniel.
No, to Diaz.
Lie to me.
His
to Diaz.
Parents also died. They passed away of natural causes. But left him as a sole provider at age 16. So he had to take care of a lot. But so by 1897, Emiliano Zapata was at a protest, protesting these haciendas that were being brought up because it's directly affecting his people, right?
Sure.
And he ended up getting arrested and enlisted. I'm going quotation marks, enlisted
pretty heavily, I would say too,
into the military, where he, but this was very common. So being enlisted into the military was very common when you're getting captured by protesting. It's either
that's the punishment, kind of sort of thing.
Punishment, yeah. Okay. It's either you're inscripted into the military, or you're dying. So those are your two options.
Interesting.
So,
man, talk about cannon fodder.
I know.
Just because it's like, why would you put someone on the front lines who doesn't have the passion?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like they're forced to be there.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a different thing. Everyone think about that for a minute. Let's take a moment of reflection.
And we're back. He actually only served 6 months because it was technically just like the punishment for protesting, right?
Okay.
But that doesn't mean his punishment was over. He was actually handed over to the hacendados.
Okay. Okay.
Because of his history with training horses. They're like, okay.
That's a valuable skill, I'm sure.
It's like, hey, that's valuable. We need that. So go over there, start working on their horses. that's the rest of your like quote unquote punishment, you know? So this led him to, because he actually did get paid to, like, he did live a better life because he was seen as a higher resource, right? Like a higher person because of his talents. This led him to money. So having some money in his pocket. Okay. But more importantly, it led him to more easily be available to participate in politics. So he started.
Yeah. And he's right on the cusp of like being the people.
Yeah.
But the access.
Yes.
Well, he's got the money. He's got the ear. I mean, he can. Yeah.
So he's just like, okay, this is happening here. This is happening over here. So by age 27 in 1906, he starts sitting down in town meetings about how to stop the hacendados. He's just like, you're right. I saw it firsthand. They're taking lands from us. What are we going to do? And how are we going to do it? Okay. You know? So he starts doing that. His town actually of Morelos is where about 25% of the land was taken by these families. Okay. And, you know, the other 75% was just unlivable. Yep. So like these people are truly hurting. If they're not working for the hacendados, they're not surviving. Right. So they really want to like, hey, let's get somebody. We need somebody to do this. The same year, so we're going to jump forward, that Diaz was giving that fluff piece, right? Yeah. That was like, okay, like almost like a awakening moment for them. Like, he's going to step down. We got to do something. Right.
Yep. But so they were already talking. And then when the mobilization hit, it was like, okay, boom, here we go.
Yeah. So they got to mobilize, but it never happened, right? As we know, right? Sure. It never actually happened. So then they start saying like, okay, we need to do something. We need to like move in. The thing about Emiliano Zapata is his fame comes from like a very regional, whereas Pancho Villa was like very north.
Okay. Yep.
And into maybe that's why we know him, because he controlled the north part of Mexico.
He was literally closer.
Yeah. And Emiliano was the south part of Mexico.
Oh, okay.
Look, Emiliano, they said because he was very political and stuff, like he's like forgot to jot it down, but his whole spiel was like politically give back the land to the people. Okay. These hacendados, like, we need to get rid of them, and everything that we get from it, we give it straight back to the people. Okay. We need to share the land and divide it equally amongst everybody. Okay.
The socialist take.
Yeah.
Okay. And but also a little bit more just back to what it was.
Because these are the lands of the people.
It kind of already was.
So that's
socialist in nature, sure.
Yeah, that's literally what he wants to do. That's his whole spiel. He doesn't care about everything else that's kind of going on. He just wants the people that are suffering the most to have an opportunity to live a decent life, to grow. Okay. You know, like what they do with their lives to get better, that's kind of on them.
Up to them. Yeah. They just need the opportunity.
Because otherwise they don't have that opportunity. Okay. Which then he started growing his popularity and his military. His military is said to be like a crazy military because they were just kind of commoners. They dated they were the Zapatistas. That's what they were called, which is sick. But it literally was a ragtag team of farmers and locals that would raise up in arms to fight battles against Diaz's.
This is like a local militia.
Yeah.
Like,
they literally would do this. And then once they like completed their mission wasn't takeover. It was to be free.
Restoration, freedom.
Once their mission of whatever day it was or whatever, they didn't advance. They would be like, okay, we're done. We're going back to daily life. So it was really hard for the states or the country's military to actually pinpoint them down because they were an everyday person.
Yeah.
They could disappear in an instant and reappear in an instant.
Huh.
So it was just like
interesting.
The Zapatistas were a crazy group because they were just faithful to Emiliano.
Yeah.
So now let's move on to Pancho, like what his ideas were, right? So Pancho, if you didn't know, you remember when he says you said he was like kind of like doesn't sound real. I don't know what you said.
It's like legendary.
Yeah.
Like I know the name, but no idea what he did. It sounds like he's in a movie. Pancho
Villa is not even his name.
Yeah, there you go. That's probably part of it. Okay.
Here's his real name that you're 1,000% don't know.
Okay.
Jose Doredo Arango Arambula.
So it's much more difficult to say.
Yes.
It doesn't got that ring to it.
No. He also grew up impoverished. He also has very like poor roots.
Okay.
By anybody's definition. He was not as fortunate as Emiliano.
Okay.
Like
sure.
he doesn't have that luxury, right?
Right. True lower tier.
True lower tier. And as well, his parents passed away when he was very young, leaving him to be the head of the family. He had to take care of his siblings, but at age 16, he decided to move to Chihuahua.
Okay.
So he moves to Chihuahua, does this thing, but he ends up going back to his hometown. So he flees to the mountains. He's just like, okay, I'm going to go hide out.
Yeah.
He actually finds a group of rebels in the mountains.
Okay.
And he joins this group, and this group is trying to help the people by taking out the hacendados.
Okay. This is like, the gorillas in the mountain. Okay.
And they are the guerrilla group ragtag team, who would literally go and plunder haciendas and give out everything that they got from it to the people. They're just like, boom.
I told you Pancho was a freaking Robin Hood.
That's where the Robin Hood.
The Panchitos. Wait. But the other guys had cool names.
These are villanistas.
Oh, all right. I would. Okay, whatever. I was close.
But yeah, so this is where he got his quote unquote training, right? This is what he did for most of his life. He would he didn't do it.
Yep.
But he would be like, nope. I'm going to go. That's not right. They're taking our lands. I'm going to go.
Very active.
Yeah.
Okay.
So whereas Emiliano was very political.
Yeah.
Pancho was very action.
Military.
He's like, I'm going to go do this. I'm going to actually do something about this. And I think that's why as not only because he was closer, but as Americans, we know more about him because there's action. There's not like this whole
dramatic
political side of it. He's just like, no, I don't want to talk about it. I'm going to go do it.
Yep.
I'm going to go hit him where it hurts.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And give everybody what they do. And because of that action, whereas Emiliano, the people were fighting with him. So the people took care of Emiliano because he took care of them.
Yeah.
They took care of Pancho Villa because he gave them supplies, right? They're like, sure. I'm in a bad situation. Then there's this guy that is basically taking care of my problem. and then giving me spoils.
Yeah.
So when the military comes
straight up Robin Hooding.
yeah.
It.
So when the military comes around, it's like, where is he? And they're like,
Don't know.
I don't
Never
know.
seen him.
I don't know.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So two very different approaches to the same problem,
Okay.
but they were just like,
Okay. Yeah.
So he was, while he was doing this, he, by 1902, when he was 29, he was also inscripted into the military.
Okay.
And he only served a few months, because like, nope, he deserted the army and was
I
like,
was going to say, why did he show up in the first place?
yeah, exactly. Right. He probably got arrested and escorted. Right.
Yeah, there you go.
But the moment he could, he went back, got back into this ragtag team of guerrilla army, and just
the Panchitos and just
he just kept doing his thing.
Okay, yeah.
The biggest thing that Pancho Villa, I think that directly affects us as the U.S. Was, oh my gosh, I keep thinking it's Columbus, Ohio, but it's Columbus, Texas, I think, or this is the part of the notes where it kind of like away from me.
Ohio's a little ways.
Yeah. So I'm pretty, it is a border town. Let me look it up. We're going to, okay. So here's what it is.
Not Columbus, Ohio.
No, it is Columbus, New Mexico.
Okay.
So bet you didn't know there was a Columbus, New Mexico.
That I did not.
So
I knew there's a Des Moines, New
Mexico.
Yeah.
Nah, nice. Instead of Des Moines, what?
Iowa.
Huh. Interesting.
Just a little while we're throwing factoids out, Daniel.
So why did it directly affect us? So by this time, we're going to go to 1916.
Okay.
By this time, Diaz is no longer in.
Okay.
I don't know if you recall the years.
76, you said 30 years. So he'd have been out by like 10 years.
Yeah. So he got done by 1911.
Okay. 5 years then.
Yeah. The new president came in, and this president was still kind of like foreign power, like kind of letting them do their own thing.
Another puppet.
Yeah. Basically, he's kind of trying to make his own name, but still doing his own thing, right? And Pancho Villa was like, no, like, we don't want foreign power. Let us be us.
Get out of here.
And nobody kind of like, not that they didn't believe him, because Pancho Villa had an army. Like
oh, sure. At this point,
he'd had backing. It's not that people believed him. It's just like the majority of people were like, no, like, he's not trying to back the US. And Pancho Villa was like, you want to bet? You want to bet how far he'll let the US go?
Yeah.
I'll prove it to you how far he'll let the US tread on us. So he attacks Columbus, New Mexico.
Okay.
So 1916 at dawn, Pancho Villa and his men just come in without provocation. So let's just say that comes in and invades Columbus, New Mexico.
Okay.
And it was unsuccessful attack, but I don't think that was the point. You know what I mean?
To see what the response was.
Yeah, I think it was more by the response.
Sorry to laugh, but like, buddy, you got an army, and
but that wasn't.
What even is Columbus? I see your point though. It's to see the response. To make a point.
Yeah. So he was trying to call the president's bluff. Like, it's either you let America do whatever they want, or you are part of the people and you push America back. What are you going to do? Kind of like he truly is trying to call the president's bluff.
Okay.
Pancho Villa ends up losing a lot of men in this, but they go back to Mexico. General John Pershing, I don't know if you know that general.
Yes, I do.
He's like, no, you're not just going to come into the US and run away.
Oh,
So
okay. Yeah, sure.
and so he pursues them with the little company that he has.
Which, being the U.S. military, is probably...
It's significant, but it's not
Yeah.
like the full force of the military, right?
Sure.
So they go after Pancho Villa.
We're coming into your
And you're
territory,
like,
buddy.
oh, we're coming in. We're full on going in.
You were trying to make a point?
This
So
is
are we.
Yeah. So they start tracking down. They go as far as they can until they run out of ammunition and water.
Okay.
And they're like, okay, it's time to go back and see like what we can do. You know, like,
Okay.
because right now they're just trying to just go get him right away.
Sure.
But, you know, it's quickly stopped because they ran out of resources. And, you know, at that moment, you know, the head offices of the U.S. military, they have no idea what's going on, right? They're just like,
yeah, communication's pretty slow at this point still.
They're just like, they need to act on what they're doing and then go after, right?
Right. This is
Right.
totally reactionary.
Yeah. But when they come back, the U.S. is just like, okay, yeah, General John Pershing, do what you have to do. Go get Pancho Villa. He
Wow.
attacked us. You have full power to go get him.
Wow.
So he starts going, and it's called the Punitive Expedition. I'm sure you've heard of that.
It's such a generic sounding term,
Yeah.
honestly.
But President Woodrow Wilson sent over 5,000 U.S. troops to go hunt down Villa. That's all it was. You hunt down that one man.
You done ticked us off, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Woodrow Wilson, one of the alliteration presidents. I think there's 4.
yeah. So it was a massive effort of the U.S. to try to catch this one guy, and they just kept pushing and pushing and pushing. And the president was just like,
good luck.
go get him, I guess. So it was proving Villa's point. You know what I mean? Like, hey,
he's going to let the U.S. do whatever.
yeah,
Okay.
do whatever.
Yeah.
This went on for 11 months.
11 months is a long time.
And they never captured Villa.
Well, because he went into the mountains.
Yes.
I'm sure.
Yes. But at one point, the president was like, also said, this is too much. Like, you are free reign in Mexico. So they did set up like machine guns and turrets and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
They're just like,
made their own little towns.
yeah, like we can't allow you, because he wanted to save face with the people still.
Sure.
And he was
so
like,
he had to kind of put his foot in the.
Yeah.
Nope. Sorry, U.S. guys.
But, you know, the general was called away after 11 months. And because what else is going on during 1916?
The big one.
Yeah.
Well, the eve of the big one.
Yeah. So it's just like the U.S. was probably like,
we got to go shoot these other guys.
We actually have to go take care of an actual problem.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah. It's all fun and games until actual war breaks out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So he was unsuccessful, but to Pershing's credit, he went overseas and did some crazy stuff himself. He led a lot of men, and it's not that he was an inadequate leader. It's just that.
Oh yeah, I mean, he's got a recognizable name.
Yeah. But you know, Pancho Villa actually became recognized by the people that he was trying to do something in an extreme way.
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally.
Although he was like very Robin Hood-esque, he was actually pushing the envelope and actually doing something.
Yeah.
Which, you know, both of these men, they're seen as heroes in Mexico. There's so much more about the lives of these two men that is just crazy.
Man. Yeah.
Like, we don't have time to like just dive in, but I just think it's crazy that these two men rose up from nothing to be like, I know that there's revolutions that happen everywhere, but these two men kind of like saw a dictator that was punishing the people, and they wanted to be very much Robin Hood-esque characters to their country.
Yeah.
I think we can dive into way more of both of them.
Yeah.
But like you said, we would be here for hours.
We got a couple to go. We told everybody this was going to be 6 hours. It's cool that they actually had passion for their own country.
Yeah.
I like that. Again, history is so gray.
I was trying to find the Emilianos. He wrote like a little book on the whole giving the land back of people.
Yeah.
And like what it means, like just there's a lot of points to it, like what he wanted to see Mexico be like.
Sure.
Right. A lot of the points in that book are actually what made Mexico what it is today.
Okay.
So they recognize that in order to bring in profits, you don't just do that, right?
Right.
People need to have land too. The people of the country need to
some
also
balance,
have power, and say in what it is. So it kind of changed the history of Mexico, but it also changed how we see like civil war, basically, right? Like the powers amongst themselves, how you can do it in a political way. And Pancho Villa showed us how you could kind of do it in a very militaristic way.
Sure.
Whether or not either of them did it the correct way, like it's up for debate.
I mean, neither of those two assumed presidency, right? Or did they?
Pancho Villa is basically kind of a president for a time, but he leaves for a little bit. He was popularized by the people.
Sure. But the people's champ.
Yeah, the people's champ. But then after he kind of like, he was just a very influential person for a long time.
Sure.
But at one point I'm not sure if it was his constituents or people that just still resented him. It is what it is, guys. He got gunned down by people. He was driving.
He made a lot of enemies.
He made a lot of enemies by being the way he is.
Sure.
So he was in his car and just one day driving down in his
an assassination,
guns blazing, and that's it. You can, I believe there is a museum still of his car and all the bullet holes and stuff like that. But I'm trying to remember if it's Pancho Villa or Emiliano Zapata. Their names are inscripted in like kind of like what's the here in the US, is it the House of Representatives where they have all the chairs and there's one people and they discuss laws and stuff like that? Or is
that's part of it? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that equivalent to Mexico.
Okay.
Behind them, like behind the people that are discussing everything, there's like it's called the wall of influential people of Mexico.
Okay.
Their names are on that wall.
Both of them.
Well, whether it's because they were heroes or not, they changed the course of history for Mexico.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. There you go.
So
interesting. History is, it's so weird.
I truly wish I had more time to.
Dude, people.
It's so cool.
Get degrees in this. And spend their life. Diving in, and I would say that goes for any of these topics that we talk about. But like, oh boy, just barely grazing any part of another country, another culture's history.
Yeah.
Like think about all the American stuff that you know, and then all the stuff you don't.
Yeah.
Let alone another country's, and they have all of their own interesting things, and it's like, I don't know, like you watch movies, right? And there's like a good guy and a bad guy, and then you watch some other thing where it's just not as clear who the good guy is and who the bad guy is, because it doesn't fit your preconceived notions of what it means to be good or bad, or like what is important and what is not.
Like I know it sounds silly, but it's the one quote that I'm like, it's lingering in my head, is the one quote in Batman, the Dark Knight.
Sure.
It's like, you either die the hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Oh, Pancho.
And I'm just like, that goes true to any one of these guys. Like
Sure.
at the time, Diaz was seen as the hero.
Yep. And
he truly became the villain.
Yeah.
Because he thought, I mean, like, let's give credit where credit's due. He did bring Mexico up to par.
Sure.
But,
like, do you know how many railroads he ended up building? Because you said there was 2.
No, I would.
More than 2. We at least know it's more than 2. I'm sure, right? So in his mind, he probably maybe really was doing what he thought he needed to do to improve his country.
If I remember, I think it was 80.
That's a lot more than 2.
Yeah. I mean, it was significant enough where the import export was improved significantly.
It's just, blinded by one version of progress or something like that, to where maybe objectively he did, but not for everybody.
Yes, exactly.
And so it's just this huge, weird shaped pendulum. It's not 2 sides. It's like a whole weird multi-dimensional interactive experiment of,
But learning history of like where my parents are from was really cool. It really was. I told you, I prefaced, this is a lot. We cannot dive into it.
We didn't even touch half of it, man.
I think it was a primer for every single one of these guys to like have their own little thing, because there's so much. I mean, you can extrapolate.
These are more or less 3 people in all of Mexican history that we talked about.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sure there's more than 3.
I mean, we like just name drop Benito Juarez, right?
Sure.
And that's another big name. So it's like, I mean, and we name dropped, what is Pershing?
Oh yeah. I was going to, I had looked up just like a real quick skosh of like, what's up with him. And why, like, you recognize his name.
Yeah.
He eventually basically went on to run the American troops in World War I. He was in charge of a 2 million man army.
Yep. There you go.
And basically was the leader of a distinct American unit rather than like the Americans being part of the British or French units, which happened time to time. This is really interesting. This is just like the quick hitting facts.
Yeah.
He was promoted to General of the Armies in 1919. That is the highest possible U.S. Army rank. Only he and George Washington have ever held that grade.
Whoa.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
I mean, like I said,
but he couldn't find Pancho.
Yeah. By no means was he a bad military leader.
Yeah.
It just, I'm sure with enough time, he could have found Pancho, but it's a foreign country. It's
in the mountains.
I mean, he doesn't know the layout.
You name it, man. They have the advantage. It's again, a tale as old as time.
Yep.
I could think of 5 examples off the top of my head of where that has worked out in the favor of those in the mountains.
Yep. But I mean, he did good for himself, you know?
Yeah. And he also wrote a book, a 2-volume memoir called My Experiences in World War I, and won a Pulitzer Prize.
Oh, wow.
Sounds like an interesting guy. He also did something in the Philippines. I don't know. Couldn't find Pancho, though.
You didn't want to write about that time.
Yeah. My experience is not being able to get Pancho. Not his bestseller.
But
I appreciate you taking me somewhere else. Last week we had talked about going to the Far East.
Yeah.
And like doing more things that we're just not familiar with.
Right.
This is not far away, man. I mean, these are our neighbors.
Yeah.
Like this. And I knew some names.
Yeah.
I recognized some names, but didn't even know.
Yeah.
So thank you for taking me there. This is fun.
I think even the small things, like, I think it's a good primer because it's not everything, right? It's a good primer to be like, if you're, because honestly, like you said, Zorro, like it rings a bell. Like when you think Pancho, like, kind of right there.
That must be it.
Yeah.
He was like Pancho Villa, but not probably so violent.
Yes.
And aggressive. And if Pancho was a bad guy, Zorro might have been a good guy. You know what I mean?
Was Zorro not a good guy?
No, he was a good guy. But like he wasn't around like killing everybody doing the same thing. But not that Pancho was a bad guy,
Right.
but he kind of was, but also
Right.
nuance, man. I
Yeah.
mean, this is just like that uncomfortable part of, not being good guys versus bad guys.
Exactly.
It's just everybody doing their thing.
Yeah. It's a force
Oh,
versus
man.
another force
Exactly.
for power.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just, oh man. Fun. Very
But,
fun.
Like I said, guys, this was especially fun for me because I got to kind of see my family's history.
Yeah.
My family's country's history. It was really fun learning stuff in Spanish, although it
That's
was
pretty
very
cool.
difficult. Very fun.
Good for you for stretching yourself, Daniel.
I did have to go and like do some English learning to like ease my brain a little, which is, it's a little sad to say, but it's like, it's because I use English a lot more now.
Certainly.
It's so much easier, but it was a really fun overall experience. I kind of want to do another one. Just stuff
we
like
should.
that.
We definitely should. And it's fun for me because telenovelas came up and I can't stop thinking about it. And that's going to have to get tied back into this whole thing that we're doing here.
Some way, yeah.
Because we're a little bit serious tonight.
Yeah.
Kind of. But the telenovelas, that's going to have to come up again.
Oh, yeah. We'll talk about our favorites. I'm sure you have one.
I can't remember. I used to watch one. I don't know why. Daniel, one thing I've come to learn during all of this research is that I think I was a weird kid.
Weren't we all?
But I would, if I was like home during the day for whatever reason, even like spring break, and I'm like, it's like channel 14. Boom.
People won't understand channel 14.
It's back. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I'm talking like old school for us. TV, right? You know what I mean? Like off the freaking antenna. Channel 14.
You mean a coat hanger?
Or 12. Yeah. Yeah. I think, yeah. 14, I think, swapped back and forth, but I think 12 was definitely Spanish all the time. I think that was Telemundo for us. Maybe 12 or 14.
I thought 14 was Telemundo. I can't remember.
One of the two. I can't remember. One of them didn't always come in.
Yeah.
So, but I think the Spanish one always didn't. I was always pretty strong. But so that's probably like sometimes I just like, let's just see what they're doing today.
What
I have no idea what's going on, but man, they're really into it.
¿Por qué, Memo? ¿Por qué?
Oh man, it's the best.
McKyler, do you have anything for the folks before we sign off?
I wish that I could plug like whatever the Spanish equivalent of Days of Our Lives is. I can't remember any titles. I don't know what's like if Days of Our Lives is the best soap opera. What is the best? What is like the one?
I don't know, but I think La Virgen de Guadalupe has to be up there.
Let's see what the internet has to say, and that's what I'm going to plug.
All right.
And Instagram and patreon.com/doing learning bonus episodes where Daniel and I may or may not eventually write a telenovela. That's a big promise. But it would be fun.
If a telenovela is just 1 or 2 episodes, we got that.
Fair. We could do like a short one. What? From in Colombia, 1999 to 2001, Yo Soy Betty La Fea.
Oh my gosh, Betty La Fea? Yes.
I've never seen that one.
Betty La Fea, Ugly Betty, but in Spanish.
Is that it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It's
is that? But that's not like what I'm thinking of telenovela, unless they really spun it. Did they like turn it into soap opera style, or did they just?
No, they turned it into soap opera style.
Oh my goodness. That's amazing.
I remember growing up watching Betty La Fea.
Wow. I remember Ugly Betty being on, but I didn't know that okay, that's fun. I'll have to go see if I can catch that one. So that's what I'm plugging is Ugly Betty.
No.
There you go.
Betty La Fea.
Betty La Fea. That's what I meant. That's what I said.
Oh,
no, but I think that's it. That's the Instagram. The other thing.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us for a year's worth of episodes.
Oh yeah, this has been
50 was fun. 52 is also fun.
Yes.
And I hope we get to do a few more.
But as always, guys, we do our best to do our research. Sometimes it falls short. Sometimes it leaves you curious, but
It leaves a lot on the table.
it leaves a lot. So as we always say, do your own research. Stay curious.
Stay fea.
Stay. She does get the money in the end.